put out the fire in your house. Yes, I've been doing that on several occasions. But still, you piling up arsonists that want to set my house on fire. That's not going to continue. And I think all Gambians know that. Senegalese come to this country without even a laissez-passer. Nobody bothers them. But Gambians find it difficult to enter any part of Senegal without a laissez-passer. The relationship cannot be a one-way street. And that's the reality. All Gambians know that. The way you are even treated at the airport, on transit, just boarding a plane to go to somewhere. It happens that most of the flights end in Dakar, and Gambians are obliged to go to Dakar. And then we call each other brothers. That's nonsensical. And no Senegalese has ever been harassed in this country or at the Gambian airport. Any Senegalese who has a problem here is because he's a criminal. But nobody will be subjected to any harassment. Even official delegations sometimes are treated in a very hostile manner at the airport. I've talked to Buhari about it. Each time you tell me, oh, I didn't know about it. And I also spoke to the current government that this is what has been happening and it's not going to be tolerated anymore. So that also in diplomacy is tit for tat. And I think we have gone to that stage. A cup of, even a gift, if you send a bag of sugar, it will not go to Senegal as a gift. Do they think we don't also need to protect our economy? We will. We can also give them the same reasons that they are giving for not allowing anything to go in. Neighborliness is about reciprocating, about reciprocity. And this is exactly what I'm going to implement to the letter until things are on a two-way street. The relationship cannot be a one-way street where benefits go to another country and then ill will goes the other way. We are not going to accept that.
Sir, it's another rainy season and the farming season has started in earnest. What's up this year on your own plate?
Well, I normally don't discuss in advance what I'm going to do. What I will do as usual, farm, plant as many crops as possible. Because despite the poor harvest, to be quite honest, I've never lost more than 40% of my agricultural endeavor at any given year, no matter how bad it is. I've never lost more than 40%. So, why? Because I don't put all my eggs in one basket. One, when you ask, don't ask the so-called paper agriculturalists because they will tell you it's not going to work. Now, if I tell you that you can have 4 crops at the same time on one piece of land, you will say, oh, there's something wrong with the president. But so, in most of my farms, I have more than 2 crops. So, out of 3 crops, I will harvest 2 in the rainy season on the same farm. Also, it is a question of timing. Now, you can also harvest something, get rid of it, and plant a new crop on the same farm. What do I do? Now, I have multiplied the seeds of this 40 days variety of rice. Now, we are starting with that one, 40 days variety, in areas where we want to plant sesame, because sesame requires only a few days of rain. So, we are planting this 40 days variety together with corn and Philippine pink. Now, we will harvest the rice first, then of course the corn, and then the Philippine pink, and we will still have enough time to put either sesame or watermelon. So agriculture is about planning. Also, don't take chances. You know that this is heavy, loamy clay soil, prone to waterlogging. And if plant granules there, it's not going to work. If you put cruise there also, it's not going to work because cruise doesn't like waterlogging. So the best bet, your best bet is to put rice or crops that require a lot of water. So that is what is up. I wouldn't give you more details other than that. Also, don't just have one farm the size of this office and expect to feed your entire family with that because you want to finish weeding on time. Thank God the month of Ramadan came before weeding because that is always a problem when farmers prefer to go for a smaller farm and finish weeding during the month of Ramadan. I think if we all make an effort, don't also bank on one farm. More importantly also is the fact that today most of the men are busy only concentrating on commercial crops, cash crops. Now, in those days when we were younger, yes, it is the women that predominantly grow rice, but the men also grow coos and millet interspersed within their groundnut farms. But now, basically, they say, it's the women that should grow food crops, and the men groundnuts and cotton and whatever. It is wrong. I think both sides should grow for both commercial and for consumption. But as I said, success in agriculture is a question of planning and knowing what to do and knowing your soil as well. Also, don't take too many, don't have too many big farms when you know you will not be able to weed them. If you don't weed them, you will lose at least, automatically you're going to lose at least 60% of the yield. If you have a farm and you don't weed it, so that you lose everything. So it's a question of timing, it's a question of planning. Don't bite what you cannot chew. Don't buy something that is too small to the extent that the mouth will not even know that something is inside. What I mean. So agriculture is either you do it or you don't do it. But you cannot do it halfway. So it is very important that, well, if it is my message to farmers, is that we should all go back to the farm. No matter who you are, whether you are a minister or whatever, let us grow what we eat. That will